frozen. Wah, wah, wah. You can't stop it and go back in?
I tried. I don't know. It's not working.
StreamYards?
Refresh. That's showing me live.
It shows we're live because the connection, you never disconnect the connection.
Mm-hmm.
But,
all right, that worked. There we go.
We're back?
Yeah, we're back. We're good to go now. Man, I think we may have like interrupted the stream because it like the timer started again.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, because that one stopped 23 minutes. All right, here we go. And then this one got the official card now. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, what's going on? It won't be no, it's not a Tuesday. We ain't got technical issues. What is up with that?
Well,
look,
welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, welcome back.
Simply Rivalry.
Ray.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Ray.
We found Ray. I should have
found me. I'm here.
We found Ray.
I'm here. It was me all along. I was like, you know what happened was, I was like, you ain't gonna have the show without me. I pulled the cord. I was like, I pulled the cord. All right. So I'm watching the stream. Let me make sure I'm on the latest here. Here we go. Come on, get to the latest. Yeah, if you would have not said, hey, are we stuck? I wouldn't even notice that. Damn. I was like, I was in flow. I was like, yo, we spitting. Oh. Yeah, so how about those gas cards? When will we get those, huh? The gas gift cards.
What? Those sound lovely. I could use those in my life.
The gas gift cards.
Yes. I will start traveling again.
You know, I've been like pushing. So I have to get gas in my truck, right? Mm-hmm. And for reference, gas was, to fill up, it was like $30-$40 when gas was like normalized. And then it started, you know, slowly going up in the start of what, 2020? Yeah, 2020. No, 2021. In the start of 2021, you know, gas started going up. Mm-hmm. And now it's crazy. So it cost me like almost $70. And I'm like really hesitant to go to that pump. But we're still doing stuff like in town, right? Mm-hmm. So every time I take it, I see it drop a little bit. Like I'm down to like 25 miles left until I'm like just stranded somewhere.
Well, so it sounds like you shouldn't be doing that. So I'm doing the opposite, actually. I'm keeping my tank full. So every time I go out, I get, you know, once it hits 3/4, I'll get that quarter tank again.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to spend $82 at the pump. That's just gonna hurt me.
You still spend.
I don't care. That's gonna hurt.
You're just making your mind feel better. You're still spending it.
And you know, like if they do start implementing crazy things, like hey, you're gonna have a limited amount of gas that you can get. I want to already be in that mentality, so I'm not then feeling like, oh my gosh, there's a scarcity of gas.
That is true. That's a legit reason. That first one was just you're just playing mind games. Hey Fuzz, welcome back. Sorry for the technical issues. We got 2 shows this morning. Look at that. Competing shows. Imagine if Lynn would have went on one show and then I started another show and we're both talking like crap to each other. That would have been hilarious. I should have done that. I should have just been like, you know what? If she went live, I'm going live. Not the merch. So tell them what happened. So why did we like blanked out? You were trying to get the videos and you just couldn't do it?
Yeah, I was trying to pull up the video. So like from my phone, I like saved it to my cloud and I was trying to access the cloud on my computer. And my computer was like, no, that's too much. Oh. So we froze up and then I tried like closing the windows and that wasn't working. And next thing I knew, we cut the stream.
Oh man.
I'm sharing. Did you notice like the words I chose? I'm like sharing the responsibility for it, sharing blame.
Oh yeah. I'm getting blame. I'm just sitting here.
Cut the stream.
I'm I'm just sitting over here. Hold up. Let's make sure it's been 2 minutes because they're like, you can't curse within the first 2 minutes of a stream.
It's been 5 minutes.
I gotta make sure.
Minutes.
It's been 5 minutes? Yeah, I'm just sitting my fat ass over here just killing the stream. I'm trying to blame it on me. Oh. All right, so your Cali trip. What else you did?
So when I was at the Salton Sea, that was a pretty cool experience because they had like rows of hay bales. And like bales of hay.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I was like, well, it looks like it's set up for like people to like sit around the track, and it's probably like a track for like, you know, the off-road, like the RV, not the RVs, the quads and stuff. So
it's not for you to sit. It's not for you to sit. It just that makes the track.
Well, the way it was lined up, like it was rows of 3 on the outside. Like 3 rows, and then like space, and then some more, and it was weird. So I took some footage of it, and you can kind of see like the sea in the background. I'll post that today. I'll post that one today for you guys.
Okay.
And so on the way out, there was like a ranger sitting in a truck. So I stopped by the ranger. I was like, hey, like I'm just like wondering, like, you know, what's with the hay bales? And they said it's actually because they're trying to recultivate some of the local like agriculture. Like some of the plants are starting to die off, so they're trying to like bring them back. So they're trying to prevent people from driving through there super quick and like tearing up the dirt and like messing up the vegetation.
Oh, it's like a ghetto speed bump.
Basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tristan's back. He's like, what's going on here? What's going on here is that someone didn't notify me we were going to go live, and she went live and started talking shit. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She started talking shit. That's what's going on here.
I opened up the Zoom. It was open for like 15 minutes. No Ray popping on. I was like, wow,
no,
Ray's
I
missing.
was on there. I connected. I was waiting for you to let me in. I was like, oh, I guess we're not doing the show today. I was like, I guess you're still stuck in Cali. I thought you took like an extra day because you do those. Wink, wink.
Wow.
Or like the last time, she'll either take extra days or she'll do something like, hey, I'm over here now. I thought you were going to say like, hey, I'm in Miami now. All right, so we got Fudge, Tris. What happened to Let's Go Brando? That was pretty cool. He put Brandon, but he did Justin Trudeau. Mm-hmm. So he took his last part of his name and put Brando. That was pretty cool. He was commenting earlier too. He was the one that mentioned about the gas gift cards.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. We're growing.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take all the love. Like, yo, come on, guys. We're going to do this. Yo, comment down below, guys, if you've been like feeling like after these shows, you actually have like more positivity. Like you've actually like started engaging other people and been like, yo, take some of my positivity. Let me know if you've been smacking people around with positivity. How about that? Like, take some of that. Take some of that. I love it. I want us to grow. Look, of course, I'm human. I'm like, yo, was it the awards, right? The push button, mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, the money coming in. Of course, all that noise. But I'm like, really, like at the end of the day, I want to know that we did something. You know, it's like we started something and we saw it through, and we're doing, you know, something positive in this world.
Yeah. And this weekend too, I was talking to some of the people at the nonprofit on like a project that I'm trying to put together.
Okay.
Where I want to photograph. I have a photographer who wants to photograph farm workers, but portray them in a way that we haven't seen them before. Because a lot of people here in the Hudson Valley, you know, we drive through the farmlands and you see them out in the distance working in the fields, but that's really your only interaction with them. That's the only way you know them. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do like a photo exhibit that kind of shows them as like, you know, the one photo, yeah, they're there working in the field, and then maybe side by side have something with more of a personality kind of photo, mm-hmm. something that really shines through like who they are as individuals, because like farm workers have a lot of culture, and it's something that we don't really see in our everyday lives. So it's kind of cool that I'm like starting to get more involved with them again and see that positive change that I'm making.
Good. Yeah, just take it and just run with it. Just like bring it to everybody. Because I'm telling you, being positive is very contagious. It really is. Especially when you could see somebody just having a bad day and you just come over and, you know, ask them questions and just lighten their day, you know? What are you typing away over there?
I'm not typing. I was
Oh, goodness.
I was screenshotting their conversation. I thought it was awesome that they're over here in the comments talking to each other.
Oh, yeah. We're bringing people together.
Yes.
With love.
Yep.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like I wanna inspire people to get out there and one, live your best life, and two, help others live their best life. You know? It's like just go out there and you never know. You might see somebody who's down in the dumps. You tell them like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, have a conversation with them, and you may just change their day around. Like they could have been thinking about like today's my last day ever, right? And you kind of just said, "Hey, fight for one more day," and they were like, "Okay, one more day." You know?
Yeah.
It's just, you never know. You just never know how you can have an impact on somebody. And we know that negativity is definitely having an impact. Like you see it in the world, right? You see in all these negative comments. It seems like more and more just people are just toxic.
Yeah.
Just toxic.
Definitely. I was
I
got a random phone call over the weekend too from like the hiring manager at like some firm that like found me on, you know, I think maybe LinkedIn maybe. But he reached out. He's like, "Hey, it seems like you're the perfect match for what we're looking for." Like he told me about the job, and everything.
So you just got a job randomly? Are you looking for a job?
Random fucking phone call. Like, what? Who are you?
That's dope. So you ain't even looking for a job.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, "I like your background. I see you have like, you know, this experience." He's like, "I also noticed that you're bilingual." He's like, "You don't need any experience. Like, this is a job." And I was like, "Well, thank you so much for considering me." I was like, "I'm actually pursuing e-commerce right now." And like, so like he like dropped the whole like professional, like, "Hey, I'm trying to hire you." And we had like a real like conversation. He was like, "For real?"
Conversation?
He was like, "For
yeah,
real?"
Like
he's like, "I love hearing like what people are doing." He's like, "Because there's so much opportunity out there." He's like, "Can you tell me what you're doing now?" And like, I told him, I was like, "Hey, my brother and I, like, we're trying to spread, you know, more positivity, and we're trying to change the, you know, the feel of what's going on in the world right now. You know, there's a lot going on. It's very heavy, and we're trying to, you know, uplift people." And he was like, "Wow, that's so awesome." He like asked me to like take a look at the page and everything. And then he was telling me about like something that he was starting to do. And I was just like, man, I was like, just keep pursuing it. Just go for it, you know?
You just motivated him. Watch, he's going to come back to you on a personal level. Like, you're going to start critiquing each other's shit. And you're like, yo, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. But that's the world. Yo, see, that's the world we living in, where that should be more of a reality because of all the technologies and just the way we can interact more now online. Like that's how it should be. Like it shouldn't be like this whole like standoffish, like self-isolated. And I think all of this, like if everybody, like people are starting to feel like, oh, I'm alone and I'm doing this challenge of life by myself. I feel like that's done by design. I feel like, you know, like be it the media or just like everything is like that perspective of like forcing people to be alone. When that's not our nature. We're social creatures. So we're supposed to be out there engaging. Like, I mean, just this right here, like seeing the love in our chat right now.
Yep.
You know, they're saying, "Hey, what's up?" to each other. And new people coming on board. And people are just, like, they're sticking with us. So they believe in the message too. So that makes me more motivated. That's like, yo, this is like the best high right here. Yep. I'm like, yo, this is the best high right here. And it's good to hear. And like Trish said, we just, you know, a few episodes ago, we were like, we need to get back to like volunteering like we used to. And he said that's the volunteering you guys were talking about. Yeah. So he put that in the comments, what you just, like, you said it. The universe is like, yo, you really want this? Boom, here you go.
Open that door. Here you go. Yeah.
And you know what's cool? What's cool about it too is like the universe, and it's the same thing with me. Like in my emails, like I'm constantly getting jobs in my emails, and I'm like, my resume's not even out there. Like I took down my LinkedIn, you know, it must be some site that I posted years ago, and they're calling me. But even though I'm not looking for that, it's like that safety net, if you want to say it, like a safety net. So it's like now I can go and take, go on top and take, walk across the high lines. But I know if I fall, there's a safety net. Mm-hmm. Not that I want to fall back on that, because I really want to push forward in everything that we're doing right now. But it's kind of cool that the universe is providing that, that safety net.
Yeah.
I think if you're really true to what you're trying to do, I think you're going to realize that there's options if you don't make it. So go ahead and take that risk. Mm-hmm. Not that you got to, not that you should have that mindset like, oh, I'm going to quit or I'm going to fail. But it's like, take your, whatever you want to pursue in your heart, just take that leap of faith. Right? Because somebody will catch you. The universe will catch you.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy that somebody called you and you're like, what? I wasn't even looking for anything.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Because now he could like call you back and you guys can start chatting, and before you know it, you guys are helping each other grow. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I don't trust random callers. I don't either, Fuzz. I don't ever answer the phone. I don't even answer the phone with like people I know. I'm like, nah, you could text me if it's important. I don't. I got like my voice mailbox is always full, man. It's always full. I'm like, I guess I should delete some of these and listen to them. Like, I don't even listen to them. Like, I don't know like people who still like actually, had this on their face and just talking. It's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
No, so like I usually answer numbers if it's like connected with like an actual business. But like if it's just like a phone number that's like I don't know this number, then I don't answer those. Because those are usually robot calls.
So how did that number show up?
It came up under like a company name. And I was like, I don't know this company. I was like, who's trying to contact me? So I answered.
No, the robocalls come up as a scam.
Sometimes.
It says possible
Some of them
scam.
actually, it's just like a phone number that comes through, and it's usually from like a local area code. So that'll throw you off too. And it's like, hey, we're calling about the factory warranty on your vehicle. I'm like, leave me alone.
No, my fear is if I pick up the phone, they're gonna be like, sir, you didn't pay this bill. I'm like, leave me alone. Yeah, I don't trust random callers, dude. So that has to be, what's that? So if I was to do something like that, wouldn't that have to be like, let's say like serendipity or something that I actually answer the call? Because I don't ever answer the call. Like that's literally the universe aligning all the stars. Like, oh, here it is. Have you ever spoke to a robocaller and have a full convo? I actually spoke to some of the scam callers, and I did have a full convo. Like they're thinking like they're trying to get me, and I'm trying to like give hints that I'm messing with them, mm-hmm. and we'll keep going until I get tired of it.
I have not, but I've like read some on the internet, and like they're kind of funny.
Yeah,
they're kind of funny. I'm like, yo, that's genius. I wouldn't even like think of that when I'm on the phone with them. Like,
I love listening to the calls on the internet that is like the guy who's like losing his shit. And it's like an automated machine. And he's just like, he's so pissed. And when he finally gets online with like somebody like who's actually talking to him, like he's just so aggravated. Like everything that they was saying, he's just not hearing it. He's just losing his shit. He's just pissed off. I'm like, man, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. So Fuzz said the robocallers have algorithms and automated responses to trick you. I didn't know that. So that's like, so it's actually it's like an AI. And it goes through like a whole flow. So it's like if they say this, do this kind of thing. That's actually kind of cool. I wonder how long I could like say things to like figure out the full algorithm. It's like one of those, remember back in the day when you were in school and you read those choose your own adventure books? Mm-hmm. So it was like, you have an option. You never read those books? So it would be like, you have an option. If you want to choose A, go to page 16. If you want B, you go to page like 30.
Yes.
And then like you go to page 30 and be like, the end, you died or something. And you're like, what? I just started this book. So it's like that. I wonder how like you can go through the algorithm to like just keep it going. Oh, that's funny.
I bought one of those books. It was like a mystery book. to like read with the kids, and
Mhm.
nobody liked it over here. Nobody was interested.
Choose
So
Your
I was
Adventure
like, yeah,
thing?
we're not gonna finish this.
Are you raising kids that have to be fed what they like?
Yes.
Like, are they stuck to like TikTok and social media and this is what everybody else likes, so this is what you should like? Are you raising those kids?
No, no.
Are you
They
raising NPCs?
do need to be, spoon fed what they like, but they also like they are open to trying other things. Come on.
All right, I hope so.
Come
I
on.
hope so. I mean, you do like sushi, so does your kids like sushi?
Yeah, I'm raising free thinkers who just push the boundaries every now and then.
Hope so. I hope so. Because I think if I brought out a choose your own adventure book, I should try that. Give me the book. Let me see if my kids will like it. I know we watched. There was something on Netflix that was like that, a choose your own adventure movie, and you actually had to push the button to which one. Yeah, yeah. And I saw it with my youngest, and he was like, "Let's do this option." And I had to and you had to go back to the beginning and see it and just watch it. And he was like, "Then let's do this one now." And he was kind of digging that's a movie.
Right.
So I think if you watch that with your kids, they'll be like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." An actual book. I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna borrow it. Let me see. I'll read it to him. Yeah. So what else with Callie?
What else was
Did
Callie?
you
I was only there
stock
for 2
up?
days.
Did you re-up?
Oh,
Did
I
you
sure
re-up?
did. I sure did. So, oh man, I guess that's a pretty cool video I have to share too. I got a lot of footage, guys. I'll definitely post over the next few days.
Just make sure you show, if you're gonna show your re-up, wait till like the 2-minute mark.
So I went to a dispensary and it was pretty cool because you were just driving again like through like windy roads and stuff, and then it's just like a road that like goes up the mountain. So like you turn off and there's like a gate with like a guard, and you have to like show your ID and do everything there. If you're under 21, you can't go up. So then like they pass you on and like you go around the corner and you start seeing like all these greenhouses, and they had like a pretty big property up there. They were still like doing some construction. Like inside they had like paint swatches on the wall. Did I what?
Did you take a tour?
I didn't take a tour, no.
Like the vineyard tours? Like you could take the, you could go and you could try the merch.
Yeah, no, I didn't take a tour.
You didn't take a tour?
But they had a huge selection there. I was actually, you know what? I thought about driving to you today. I was like, yo, I should drive to Ray, bring him what I got him. But I thought about it after I had already started consuming, and I was like, I can't drive. What am I talking about? I can't get over there.
Man, I tried that once, and my smarter kids, they were like, wait a minute. So you say you can't drive right now, but you can play video games? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. Because I was really tearing into the video game too. Like, it's like a first person shooter. I was like, hey, look at that, taking all the guys out. And they're like, wait, so you think you can't drive, but you can play video games here? I was like, damn. Those shits wanted dominoes. That's why they played me. They played me for some dominoes. All right, so what's today's show? Since you came on live without me, I'm gonna let you drive this thing. I'm gonna sit back.
I don't know. We didn't even like choose a topic or anything.
Yeah, I know. You were like, Ray's missing. Put it on APB. We gotta find them. Where's Waldo? Where's Rado?
I've got nothing. What was our last one?
Our last topic was, are we in the simulation? So what are we gonna follow up with that? Go. Do your homework.
Yeah, I was doing inner work.
Inner work? Hey, that's good. We could go there if you want to talk about inner work. There's a lot of people need that inner work. You meditated?
I did. It was pretty cool because, like, when you're on the mountain out there, it's like a different kind of silence. So, like, being in that silence, it was almost like it was awkward to think. like to hear yourself thinking. So it's so much easier to quiet my mind. I was almost like forced into, you know, a meditative state. And that was kind of cool because I really took in like the whole experience of it.
So, I mean, there was like still noise out there though, right?
No.
Like there was still nature.
No.
There was no nature?
No.
No nature. There wasn't like one like crow flying around ready to eat your eyes.
Oh,
some vulture flying around.
And you would see the birds. You would see the birds like doing their thing, but everything was just quiet.
Or you were just in a vacuum of silence.
Yeah.
You ever thought about doing one of those? What is it? The tank where they put you in, and it's like a little bit of water, and it's like a little bit of warm water, and it's like in the tank. There's no noise, no nothing, and it's like supposed to like you just close your eyes and you're just floating there, and so you can't feel nothing. Like, it's like you're just in the air or something.
I've thought
like
of, you know, like I've thought that that's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
If you know where I can go to do that, I definitely go.
Would you do it?
I'd choke a little first, and then I would just float there, like, oh.
Yeah, but I heard like everybody's like they're like you got to do it for like an hour or an hour and a half, because your mind will fight you for like the first 30 minutes. So you'll just be like, this is stupid. Why we're doing this? We're into like this. I'm in a tank. I'm like, what is this? My coffin. And then like after a while, you just be like, all right, you know, you'll break down. You're like, all right, fuck it, I'm doing this. And then once you finally break down and you're doing it, like they're like, you start like awakening, and then they take you out of it because you're like, time's up, and you're like, oh shit, it was that quick. But yeah, it's like I heard it's like, yeah, sensory deprivation chamber. Yup. Where you're just in there and you're just like, whoa, floating and shit. That'd be kind of dope though. But I think I would have to be on an edible to do it. Because I think I'll see more. Because like, that's like when I take like a really good edible and I go in the shower and I kind of feel like that. I feel that sensation right there anyway. Because I'm in the shower. But now just laying and floating there. Yeah. And the water's warm, so you're just floating there. And your eyes are closed, and there's like no sound or nothing.
You lose the ability to tell like where your body ends and like the water starts.
Yeah, because you're just floating there, so you don't even know. So it's almost like you're just closing, like just close your mind and just picture like, remember that scene in The Matrix where it was like just the white walls, and he's just standing there. He's like, "What the hell?" It's like that, but it's all black. You're like, "Oh no, I can't see you." So, Fuzz said, I got a topic. You heard about the laptop from hell and the diary. And then he's like, just kidding. YouTube will ban you if you talk about the laptop and diary. So you know about the laptop?
Nope. Or the diary.
Or the diary? I just know about the laptop. So there was a certain laptop that if it was released earlier, let's say around mid-2020, when the story started breaking and it was suppressed, we might have had a different turnout in this election. But once again, like I don't get it. This is why I just turn off the news, because it's like you hear about these stories and people are yet still following the news. It's like, why? Like, really, why? Why at this point? Like, why are you guys still listening to this news? There was another story that broke out that said the CDC had an error in their calculations when it came to the Covfefe and children deaths. So I'm like, do you understand? Like this was by design. This wasn't a mistake. Like, think about the fear they put into parents. Like, oh, your kids are gonna die by this. And how many kids went and got their kids, you know, the jab? It's like, it is what it is. Like, I don't understand why people are still listening to the news. Like, I don't understand how people are still believe that like the pharmaceutical companies and the government and all these people that have their own self-interest are out to help you. Like, I don't see that
honestly
anymore.
I don't think that many people question that.
Yeah, they just go with the flow, right?
Yeah. And that's part of the problem, that we don't have free thinkers. We're in the country of free thinkers.
Right. That's the scary part. So that's why I'm like, it's almost like I'm you know what I'm buying into? I'm buying into what you want to do. Just move out to an island somewhere. I told you, I'll be on my boat and let the rest of the world burn.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
jeez.
I don't want to like in a way that sounds very selfish, but I I don't really see the masses wanting to tackle these issues. You know, like I don't see the masses. They'll tackle an issue if they're told that this is what they should feel, right? Just like everybody right now is rocking blue and yellow.
They'll tackle an issue if it's presented to them. You know, if they have a movement to get behind.
No, because all this stuff was presented. All this stuff is presented. You know what they call you? They call you a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's funny. It's funny because a lot of the conspiracy theories that people were talking about back in 2020 all came true in 2021 and 2022. So it's like, at this point, you can make up a conspiracy theory and you'll see it come true. You're like, yo, aliens are coming. Boom, aliens are here.
You know, for a while there, I thought they were hinting at that's where we were headed. We were going to start seeing aliens. I was like, oh, man, please don't let this happen in my lifetime.
I think what they said, the final thing with the whole aliens thing was that we cannot confirm nor deny. So I'm like,
Lord.
What?
Oh, Lord.
And that was like from the federal government. Like, what? Wait, so you're saying that they're out there? The truth is out there. Yeah, so that's as much as I guess we could say about it, Fuzz. But I know what you're on. It's just, it's like, what I'm going to say, I could be like, I told you so. And then everybody's like, no, they're going to, man. That's why anybody who I know who voted for Biden, I don't think I'd talk to them anymore. Because it's like, they're selective. They'll like hold somebody else accountable. And then everything that's going on now, they're like, oh, you know, they'll make excuses. I'm like, I can't talk to you. I'm not even calling him Biden anymore. I'm calling him Mr. Magoo. we literally elected President Magoo. That's what I'm calling President Magoo. And he looks like him too, because he's all like squinty eyes, and he always like just bumping into people, falling upstairs. Oh, you just gotta laugh at it. That's why I'm like, this is like this is mankind's last ditch effort. And I don't look, I'm not one to have an ego, but I really do believe like being positive is the only way to change out of all this negativity that the world's throwing out there. Like, I don't want to say I have an ego that because they'll give me my idea, but or it was our idea. But I'm just saying, like, more people got to do this. The right people got to do this and change the whole, the whole landscape. It's too toxic.
I agree. I definitely think we need a complete 180.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
we do. That pendulum needs to swing because they keep saying, "Oh, it swings the other way." I'm like, I don't know, man. It's been stuck over here for a while.
Yeah.
Like, when did you notice that the world was becoming toxic?
So the diary is Brandon's daughter leaving her stuff in a home in Florida, and someone went through her diary. The diary was ran when she was 9 to 12 years old.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
You see, but that's why they keep putting in the news, because this is juicy shit.
Well, this is the shit that, if a certain somebody else was in office, they would try to impeach.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
So why are we not trying to impeach a certain somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's linked to a certain country right now that's in turmoil, that's in a conflict. Let's just say that in the conflict. And certain bank accounts are tied, to the big man. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why it's this way, but you know what? We got to live in it. We can't change it. And so I'm gonna dance. When it's raining, I'm gonna dance in the rain. That's what I'm gonna do. That's all we can do right now. Dance in the rain. Dancing in the rain is dope though. Not cold rain though.
No, it's gotta be warm. It's gotta be warm.
Yeah, it has to be warm. Yeah. Like, fuck that cold shit. You think you would ever do those those ice showers that everybody swears up and down by?
No, thank you.
Like you go, it's like ice cold, and you're like, ah,
no, the
Mickey
polar
for human.
plunges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's my creature comfort. Yeah,
No.
warm showers. I think that's like the best part of like when we go camping, when me and the boys we go camping, because like when we go out there, like we're just intense. So we use the community shower, and sometimes we don't even go to that. Like we just like let the ocean clean you. So when you finally get back home, and then you get that creature comfort, that warm shower, you're like, oh yeah, life is dope. That's what I'm saying. Like we got so much good shit that I don't understand why everybody's like bitching and complaining. I don't get it. But I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all had our moments. We all complain. It's just you got to ask yourself, what are we going to do about it?
I think people bitch and complain because they feel overworked. They feel like they're making such a huge effort, and what they have around them isn't fulfilling that innate desire to connect, to have like some meaning. And rather than them being able to think about it and come formulate this thought, they're just bitching and complaining. Oh, this sucks.
First thing that pops up, that's what they're gonna be like, yeah, it's that systemic racism.
Yeah, I think that society needs a lot of healing.
It does. It really does. But how do we heal? Like, how do we? I'm trying to formulate my words and with this one. Like, how do we go? Like, over the weekend, I saw a Western movie. I don't know. For some reason, I started getting into like more Western movies, and there was one titled "God Forgives." But I don't. That was the name of the movie, right? Okay. So like it's like a revenge, like vindictive kind of thing, right? And so that's how people are. Like people are like, yo, you do me dirty. There's no way for me. Like the metaphoric, turn the other cheek, right? It's like, how do we heal? How do we? There's so much division out there. There's so much people bringing up the past. How do we mend that? How do we heal that? And then go, say, what's done is done, and now we move forward together. Like, I feel like there's more, like, when I look at the 90s, I feel like that was happening in the 90s. Like, there was more of a mosh pit of people. Like, you saw it on TV. Like, people were coming together. Like, I do feel like there was that evolution. And then, for some reason, maybe with social media, because, that's when, like, Facebook and Twitter started coming out. So, maybe, like, in the early 2000s, that's when it started to shift to that, stovepipe of... everybody going in their own different tribes.
I think social media definitely brought about a lot of, I don't know the word, maybe egotism.
There is a lot of ego out there. I will agree.
And the only true path to, liberate the only true path to like true healing is to let go of your ego.
Yes.
So, I mean, how do we push our society to become egoless?
Yes. Yeah. And that's funny because a lot of like men's group and a lot of men channels out there, one of the things they say when it comes to dating is you have to kill your ego. So that way you can have that, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. Because that exuberates more confidence, right? When you're just like, I'm here. I don't give a fuck. I'm having a good time with you or without you, right? You show like you have an abundance of life, right? You're not scared. So the first person who shows you attention, you're like, oh, please, man. I'm going to love you forever. Right? You're not doing that shit. So it's like, so how do we do that? How do we work on, which I'm going back to what you said. You were like, oh, I worked on my inner self. Right? How do you work on that? How do you heal, whatever pain we may have? How do we kill the ego, stop making it about ourselves, being self-centered, right? Because I feel like a lot of people are in that sense of selfishness. It's not like they don't mean it, but you see a lot of it in this world. That's what leads to, people being materialistic, people worrying about their status, right? People want to get I want that blue check mark. I want that blue check mark, right? Yep. You would ask that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you were like, oh, no. But did it hurt when they said that? No, So you're like, oh, that's something I got to work on because you're not invested to that ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you really were invested and somebody was like that, and you're not, you would think that was almost like a jab when the person was just curious or excited, because it sounds to me like she was excited.
Yeah, she was.
To meet somebody who was verified, right? But if you were vested in that, you could have taken that situation in a whole different way. You could have taken that as an insult.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we tell people? Because in one way, we're telling people, hey, this is an opportunity. Go out, do YouTube, get connected, talk to people, right? Find your tribe. We're telling people to do that. But then in the other sense, we're like, kill your ego. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do we dance and how do we convey that message? How do we convey that?
So I think, like...
A lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do. But, like, for me, like, my path was connecting with nature. So, you know, like, I do these trips, but I do it because I want to see, like, new lands. You know? And, like, islands call me. I like that scenery, you know?
You never thought about turning your channel into like a travel channel?
I think about that all the time.
Like, do a travel channel? Like, what's holding you back?
I think about that all the time.
Yeah, so why not do that? Because that sounds like you would be more engaged to post content because, you know, you're in your element. I mean, you're out there traveling. Why not? Do you?
And
the good thing too is that we're in the Hudson Valley area, you know, we're in the Northeast Coast. It's starting to get warm. So if you actually make local trips, you can post that stuff too.
Yeah. That's kind of where I want my focus to be, is like locally. But it's something that's just like, it's in the works, you know? I just haven't like created a direction with it. But you know, that is my passion. I love to travel. I love to see new places, try new things.
I think my words just now was probably the universe conveying your message. Because if you were thinking about it and I just said it, that's how it is. You have that confirmation now that like, yeah, you need to do that. Because it just came to me. I was just talking. I was like, yo, you know, why don't you do this? I think you would be great on it. I think you would. You could also show, you know, the family side of it. Like how to do trips with kids and all this, you know, even to like the whole like budget, because you always going on budget flights. You always taking budget flights and all that, and you know, just all that stuff. You know, even do like a summary. Remember those old commercials? I think it was like American Express commercials where they were like, tickets are $100, soda $20. And then they were like, "Oh, seeing your favorite team in the stadium in your hometown, priceless." You gotta do, you gotta do like that, priceless. So then do something like that, like budget trips, and it's like all total, you know, trip for you and your kids, and then say the cost, and then, but it's memories, right? Killing two birds with one stone. I think that'd be kind of dope. There's so many channels out there. I've seen a lot of them. Oh, we got comments. All right, let's go. He said the stuff in the diary will shock you to the core. Oh man, I might have to check that out. Because I do get into all that drama though. I try to tell myself I was like, oh, cut it off. See, but I know when they're like trying to pull me either one way or the other. Like I could still, like when there was all that like all the Anon stuff that was going on, QAnon or whatever that was going on. I knew all that stuff was bogus. And everyone was like, oh, Trump's going to do this. Oh, he got the military. Oh, he's going to... I was like, man, they're not going to do none of that. My buddy at work was like that. He was like, yo, they're going to come in and they're going to, like, take people out of their, like, seats in the Senate. And I was like, man, they're going to do that. That sounds like a movie. And then I was just, you know, it's just I can't be pulled either way anymore. Like I realized, like at this point, like when I like that's why I like uninstalled Facebook, because I would get on there and like it was the political things that would always like fire me up, because I'm like, how can you keep being so ignorant and voting for these people? Why don't you want change? Why don't you want something different? Right? Wake up! And then after a while, I was like, Ray, why are you getting so vested in this? And so I deleted that.
Yeah.
Let's just cut it cold. So I mean, I'll still
So-
see like headlines come in, and I'll be like, what? And then, but, you can't be so invested. You gotta.
Finish finish the comments.
All right, let me go back in the comments. All right, so Trish said narcissism. Yeah, a lot of people are narcissists. But what I've learned from narcissism is that they are victims too. And we could talk about that in another episode, or we can get into that, but they tend to be victimized. They had tragedy and they just don't know how to heal. So that's a way of coping. So we gotta solve that problem too, because there's a lot of narcissism out there. It really is. And social media is feeding into that. Like with the Instagram, Twitter, like we were saying, being verified. If you were a narcissist, you would have definitely been insulted by the young lady saying, "Oh, are you verified?" Because that's like the ultimate, like, "Oh, you want that?" Like I want the YouTube button because I think it would just be dope. Like, "Oh shit, this is so cool! Like we did it! Like wow, And it's almost like prepping yourself for like a marathon, that thinking like you'll never run that marathon, and then the day actually comes, you ran the marathon and you cross the finish line, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Right? Like you worked for it, you thought about it, you got it, it's dope. But it's not like I'm gonna be in vanity of like, I want that. Like I don't. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Agreed.
So, yeah. So narcissism it's a good one. We should talk about that because I kind of want to do more research, kind of go back to the stuff that I read, and then bring that up and talk about that.
Yeah, I definitely talk about that too. Like I feel like narcissism is a newer word, and it's been thrown around a lot, and a lot of people haven't really like dug deep into like what it means. They're just like, oh yeah, that sounds like it, so I'm gonna start throwing this word around too. It's like a buzzword. So yeah, we should go into it.
Cool. So then Fuzz said it's a tax write-off when you make your channel a travel channel. Yes, that's true. That is true. And you could get a little
Write this
logo.
one down.
You get a little logo. Look, listen. You get a little you get a little logo of your channel. You throw that on your car, and now your payment on your car, because everywhere you drive, you're advertising. That's a tax write-off. That's a work vehicle. You get a little logo. Look, you gotta buy clothes, right? So you get little logos of your brand. Clothes, tax write-off, because you're marketing. Yeah.
That one I know about. Put all over my kids' stuff.
Yeah, that's right. No, but you know what? Take that shit serious. Become a fashion designer. Design your little shit and pop out dope ass shirts.
They're gonna be in school. Where's the producer?
And then Fuzz said New York Times confirmed the diary and laptop is real. Yeah, I know. They confirmed it during the election time too.
Yeah, they did.
And they confirmed it, and then they all the channels sandbagged, something that was worthy of news because they knew it was going to tank the one candidate.
Somebody's knocking on my door.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me.
Get the shotgun. Ask who it is. But yeah, so I mean, they confirmed it back in 2020, and we still had the election, and we see the outcome now, and that's why I personally don't trust any of the news out there because they're all leaning left. They all have left opinions, because I don't even call them news anymore. They're content creators, and they all create left-leaning content. How about that? That's a cleaner way of saying it. Where did Lynn go? I'm nervous over here because she just walked away. He's like, somebody's knocking at my door. Like, what's going on?
They took me out. Today's show is brought to you by Blend.
Oh shit!
So I just received like a DoorDash. Someone sent me a smoothie.
Oh shit! Fuzz, did you send that?
That's what's up. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, you could just call up Blend and they have all my info. You just want, send it to Sibling Rivalry.
Oh, I love the comments. So we got a bunch of laughing faces when you went to get the door. What's that? Popo knocking.
Oh shit!
I was like, oh, you didn't show up for court. Oh, they come to get you.
Oh man! No, they came to cancel me. Oh my god!
Lynn's being a deadbeat mommy. You being a deadbeat mommy? You come in, you haven't paid your child support.
Evidently.
Oh, and then they were like, you guys know too much. Yeah. They would have knocked at my door. They would have came in through the window. You would have said, they're taking me. Oh.
Yeah, we would have had to both get the knock at the same time.
Huh?
I think if we both get a knock at the same time, that's when we grab the shotgun.
Yeah. I'll be like, keep recording. But like, they won't take me alive. The truth is out there. Keep fighting for it. So what'd you get? What'd you drinking? That looked good.
I don't know. It's like...
I never heard of Blend.
Really?
What is it?
Well, Blend is one of the... it's a local store. It's a local chain. They just opened, I want to say, their 4th one.
Okay.
So they started out in New Windsor.
Okay.
So I worked out there for a while, and like they're like a smoothie
this
bar.
Is so local. It's so local. This is Orange County, New York.
Yeah, it's a smoothie and salad bar.
Okay.
They use like all natural ingredients. Like you walk in, they have like the glass, containers, like sort of like the supermarket, and they have but instead of meats behind the glass, they have like all the fruit and veggies behind the glass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I also got some energy.
So it's all
bites.
vegan? It's just vegan?
I don't know if they're vegan. I just know that they have, like healthier choices. So they make wraps, They make paninis, all with fresh ingredients, fruits, veggies. They do smoothies, protein shakes. That's what I usually get. And I also got sent some peanut butter energy bites.
Damn.
And they're just like little peanut butter balls. Yeah, they're full of protein, oats, peanut butter, honey, and vanilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Hold on, somebody's knocking at my door. Let me go see what it is. Oh, somebody brought me water.
Wow.
I feel left out. I got water. Oh, fellas, I'm telling you, we live in two different worlds. I've never got a drink sent to me. I'm sorry. If I want a drink, I'm buying my own drink. That's the world I'm living in. And yet they're still fighting for more rights. This is an example of the two worlds we're living in. This different world. And they still say that they don't have equal rights. Oh, this is crazy. Oh. That's hilarious. All right, so what were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about.
One of the things that like women are pushing for right now are like more time. Did you just say, "Oh my god"? Did you just grunt and say, "Oh my god"? Yeah. Are you a child?
I'm like, what now?
No,
what
so,
now?
One of the things that they're doing now is, for maternity leave, making it more fair, easier on parents, both men and women, to have more time, like, after the baby's born, like, especially for, whole movement about, men being more involved with children. Those first few weeks are so vital, those first few months in, like, creating, like, the routine that you're going to have with, like, this new person in your life. So, most men right now only get weeks off, and women get, like, only, like, 3 months off, so they want to push for more for both.
Oh, Buzz.
What did
I'll tell
he
you,
say?
if I ever meet you in person, me and you would go drinking. If Buzz said, one of the things women want equals cringe. Cringe.
Y'all are awful.
Cringe. That's on my face. I was like, I can't even I can't even think it
It
no more.
wasn't even
It's
your
just,
face. Like you thought it out loud. You were like, oh my
yeah,
god.
I'm not. Look, I'm not
Heavy
no
eye
pussy no
roll.
more.
Oh.
Good. Buzz is like, oh, I puked a little. Oh. Oh. Oh, guys, I love you guys. Honestly, I don't know if we're on point on this show. I'm just having fun today. This is a fun show. I love it. And this is what life should be about. Like, you should be able to do this with like just the world. Like, we should be able to laugh with just the world and feel like if you laughing right now with us, you rocking with us. Like right now, you should have a whole like just like a orb of energy around you right now because you're feeling good. And that's how the world should be. Because can you imagine all this like energy and it's like Dragon Ball Z? Ah! I'm a Super Saiyan the world with happiness.
I feel like we definitely need to get that somehow, like maybe a visual of like you just smacking some positivity.
The shirt, it's gonna say "Be happy," and it's gonna be like me holding some guy on a wall or something, like "Be happy." It says "Be happy." Oh no, but it's good, man. We gotta the world needs to laugh more. The world has to stop taking itself so serious. Like, look at this. Like, it's just we gotta work together. It's like it's funny too because like you'll see it at like the global level. You know, countries not working together. You know, fighting whatever it may be, whatever politics, whatever corruption, whatever. But you see countries and countries fighting wars because they can't get along. Mm-hmm. And then it's even down to the low, all the way down to like neighbors fighting each other because of their fence line or something. They can't get along. Mm-hmm. It's like it's continuous of just let's just get along. Just like drop that shit.
Yeah.
Like just say hi to people. Be happy. Ask people how their day is, and actually mean it. Because I would say that I said that a lot, but the other day I actually was like, "Hey, how's your day going?" And she was like, "How's your day going?" And I was like, "I'm having a wonderful day. Are you?" She's like, "I'm having a day." So I knew like right there when she's like, "I'm having a day," instead of I was like, "Oh." So then I started talking about like, "Oh, how much more left on the clock?" She's like, "Oh, I only got a few more hours." And so I was like, "Okay, so what are you planning? What's your drink? What's your poison?" And she's like, "Oh, what's yours?" And I was like, whiskey and bourbon. And she's like, "Oh, no, I got to do fruity drinks." So then she started thinking about drinking, and she started like, "Oh, yeah." And like you can see, like she started elevating herself, mm-hmm. Being more happy. Like she had, the rest of the day to look forward to.
Right.
So it's like, do that stuff. Just go around and start talking to people. I told you, like, that's one of the clips I want to do for us. It's like actually go out, at like a town or a city and just go up to random people and just be like, "Hey, we want to know how your day's going."
I mean, it's so important because when we're feeling so isolated, we often get into a very negative mindset where we're just like repeating,
mm-hmm.
just negative shit that's going on, and that's what your mind is focused on, even subconsciously, and it brings you down. It weighs on you.
Work was the worst. I remember just not wanting to go to work, mm-hmm. and it's just like that sensation of not being at work just multiplying. Like it started as soon as I woke up, and then I took the shower, and then I started driving into work, and and because you just got this negativity, you're like, "Oh, I'm running late. Mm-hmm. Oh, this guy's driving too slow. Oh, what the hell is this now?" And it's just like everything bothers you, mm-hmm. and it's just because it's just that sense of negativity. Where if I would have woke up and been like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this later on in the day, right? I just need to get work out of the way." Then I would have had a pep in my step because I would have been thinking about, the fun thing or like the happy thing. So if I just woke up in a different way, I could have better days.
Yeah.
I
noticed I was getting into a funk when I was boarding the plane to go to Cali. I don't know what it was, but I was just I was going through TSA and I must have picked up some kind of just negative energy. Yep. And I went to go through and I rang and they were like, "Oh, step back." I was like, "Sure." So I stepped back and she was like, "Oh, She was like, oh, it must be your shoes. Go take off your shoes. I was like, they just told me to leave them on. Like, every time I go to the airport, I take off my shoes, but they just told me to leave them on. So I was like, they told me to leave them on. And, like, she gave me an attitude, so, like, I think that's what it was. Like, she gave me an attitude, and I was just like, ew. Like, I could do that, too.
You got triggered?
Yeah, so I was just paying attention, and, like, I caught it, and I was able to, like, not outwardly show it, but I was feeling it. And so in my mind, I was questioning it. I was like, why am I feeling this way? Like, what am I thinking? Why am I just, like, in this funk? And I couldn't pinpoint why it was, but I was able to kind of turn it around. I was able to work on it.
You know what that is that your inner frame is not strong enough. So you need to work on that more. So what it is like, you know, we all have energy, right? We all massive energy. Your positive energy and the energy inside you is able to be manipulated by other people's energy still. So because she was having a bad day, she pulled you into that negativity. Whereas if you would have had a stronger foundation in yourself, right? You believe in your positivity more, you could have brought her in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you could have brightened up her day more.
Yeah.
But she brought you in and you were ready, like, oh, I was ready, like, she gave me an attitude, I gave her that.
No, but you know what?
See, so you got triggered.
You know what? I can't really blame it on her on triggering me, but I just noticed, like, the way I wanted to respond. Like, I did feel, I don't know, I can't even, like, knock down what you just said, because it makes sense. Like, I could have. I had the opportunity to, like, raise her vibration, but, like, for me, it was just noticing that I had that, like, negativity on me. I was just, like, frustrated. I couldn't tell where it was coming from, and I'm just glad that, like, I was able to notice it, and I was able to work on turning it around.
Yeah. But, you know, another thing, too, is you got to realize that the airport is, just a big place for negative energy.
It is. It is.
People connecting
it's
flights.
Something that's so familiar to me. Like, you know, when I'm walking through, like, sure, it's annoying to go, like, up and down, you know, and, like, there's nobody ahead of you. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is, like, really, like, I would say, like, nonsensical. That's a word?
Well, but you're trying to analyze it, but you got to realize the building stays static. It's the people that is dynamic. So if, like, I guarantee you don't really have that experience at, like, a tropical airport, right? And they can make a lot more mistakes, but because everybody coming in is got, you know, having that positive energy because they're excited to be there. And even people that are leaving, like, they're like, oh, they might be a little sad about leaving, but they also have, you know, the fond memories you just made. So at that airport, I'm guaranteeing that you have a lot better experience because people are just naturally happy. So there's a lot of, like, just positive energy around.
There is a difference between, like, the smaller airports. I would say smaller airports versus, like, larger airports. Yeah. And, you know, like, the big city airports, it's definitely a different energy. And, like, it's something that I notice whenever I'm in the airport. You know, I'm usually, like, looking around, seeing how people are, like, you know, traveling. You know, see who they're traveling with. And, like, I do a lot of people watching. So I do. I see the frustration. I see the frustration when we're in the airports.
Yeah, I like people watching. But I like it in a more social, like, atmosphere. Because I'll see the people that, like, you could tell that, like, they want to get turned up. Like, they want to have a good time, but they're being, you know, very not insecure, but just, like, not they're not ready yet, right? So they just need somebody to, like, be like, yo, it's okay to, like, loosen up and have a good time. That or a few more drinks. Let's turn to the comments. So Buzz said, I like more time with newborns, except if you're essential to your company, imagine a CEO out for 3 months on paternity leave. Yeah, that is true.
You know what? These companies, it should be fine for a CEO to step away for 3 months to be with his child, his newborn child. Because I think it's not just him running that company. He has a team. And if his team isn't capable of, you know, stepping up and carrying that extra weight, then there's a disconnect in the way the company's being run.
But I also think, too, in this day and age, we really shouldn't be talking about, like, all this, because we should be able to say, hey, take the time you need, just be remote.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why a CEO can't do this or even anybody, you know, team manager or whatever, do this and talk to the team and then do work.
Yeah.
And then go answer the baby. Like, we should be able to merge the two. And we did. And the world went fine in 2020. So anything after that is just bullshit. Like, the fact that they're trying to put people back in cubicles is like, no, they're just trying to put the shackles back on you. That's it. They're trying to control you. That's it. Cubicles are only meant to demoralize you at this point. It's not for anything else. No team building, none of that crap. Because when we needed it, Zoom was there, right? Zoom came out. You should have bought, you know, Zoom stocks. That shit shot up like crazy. But it's like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Especially with like gas prices going high right now, people should be able to work remote again.
Yeah. Shit, we went remote. The gas prices, that's all it took. I was like, you want to try this remotely?
Oh, Tris is calling for the socks. I don't have them on today because I worked out. I'm still in my workout clothes.
What are you doing?
I have my slides. What I'm doing is
does it count?
I was
so does it count? You guys need to let us know in the comments. Does it count if I show the socks that I got you from Cali?
Oh shit! You got me socks?
I did. I got you.
No, I want to be surprised. No, you can't show it to me if I can't like take them. I want to be surprised and then surprise them on the show. Like, oh, look at these socks.
Oh man, they're
Oh shoot! I gotta scroll up. We missed some comments.
Did we?
Yes. So Buzz said, my feet always gets itchy and red after the airport security checks. Imagine the fungus on the floor. As you're drinking, enjoy.
I've never thought about that before.
No, fungus is just a bad word. Ugh, fungus. Imagine calling somebody a fungus. And then Fuzz said, your cattle at the airport security line. Yeah, I feel that. Just the whole wrap around, and it's just like, you become a zombie. So I get an antsy at the airport because I'm like, no, it's just, I don't know. Just standing in the line, I get, But then when I finally get
I usually just stroll down this way, then turn around, then stroll down this way. Like, the people behind me must be like, what the hell? Because I'm not in a rush to stand on the line. Like, we have to wait when we get up there anyway. Like,
but you know what? I always notice my vibe changes when as soon as I get past TSA. As soon as I get past that part, and then I get to my terminal, at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for, because I know at that point I'm like heading to my destination. So everything else is
I'm starting to enjoy the process, and like that includes going through like the TSA, and if you have to go deal with like the whole like kiosk to get something printed out, and like there's just different steps, and it's part of the journey, and I'm starting to enjoy that.
Because I think you can't let the TSA lady rub you the wrong way.
And you know what? It surprised me, and I think that's what really drew my attention to the situation, was that the way that I reacted wasn't typical. So whatever it was, like it caught me off guard. I was like, "What is this that I have on me?"
Because remember, like she's working, and like she's working. You're the one that's going somewhere fun,
right?
So just get through it.
Usually
do
I'm like,
dance.
Cool
do whatever they want you to do.
Like, just doing the whole process.
Yeah, just do whatever. The pat downs, whatever they want you to do.
Yo, they patted me down. Oh my God. I got patted down. Ooh. So coming home from Cali, at the airport over there, they patted me down. Like, I went through TSA, and like I went through the thing, and they were like, the lady like asked me to come to the side, and she was like, she's like, the monitor showed something between your breasts. I'm gonna pat you down. She was like, are you okay doing this here? And I was like, yeah, sure. So she's like, put your hands up. So I put my hands up, and like she was like aggressive. I was like, wow, like buy me dinner first.
Yo, so what if she was just a lesbian and she was like into you?
Well, damn, she really copped the feel. Like, good
Yeah,
for
that's
her.
what I'm saying. So think of it that way. So like, you gotta flip the script like that.
They always pat down. Hot ladies.
So Fuzz,
You know
Fuzz
what?
said,
You know what? I have a high frequency of having my bag checked. Like, my bag usually gets stopped. And I don't know, it's just part of the process, but I usually do have to go to the side and wait for them to come to my bag, and like they like check my hand with like a swab and like check my bag, and they never find anything. I didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Yeah, the funny thing is like at the airport, they're not even looking for like drugs and stuff. I mean, if they find it, yeah, all right, they're confiscated. But like the dog's looking for explosives.
Yeah.
So like, put that shit in perspective. Like, all right, I'm good. Trish said boo, and he said it only counts to see Ray struggling to show his sock. So you know what, Trish? You know what? Son of a bee, I want to get a sock cam. How about that? Did you know it's a sock cam? Like, why are we looking at this man's feet? Like, you ever seen streamers and they have the cam that's over the keyboard, so it shows like them moving the keyboard and mouse, or they'll show like their controller, so you're actually seeing them play the game and do whatever. And so it's like they're responding, like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do that. So in the corner of my screen, this is gonna be my feet. The feet are gonna have to call into the Zoom.
No. If the feet call into the Zoom, we're gonna get kicked off.
Why?
It's like there are limits. If you have 3 or more people, they set a 40-minute limit.
Oh damn. Oh okay.
Yeah, this only works if it's just you and I.
I was gonna even get the feet that it's on like Instagram, post all the different socks, and I was like, I bet you the feet are gonna have more followers than we do.
I actually took a video of something I saw in the airport that reminded me of you. They had like socks that were pairs. So like it was 2 different socks. So like one had like the eggs and the other one had the bacon.
I did that yesterday. I grabbed 2 socks. I was rocking SpongeBob on one foot and Wolverine on the other foot. I was like, I'm rocking anything. I don't care at this point. I was like, that's cool. I like that. I was just like, yo, it is what it is. Now we're gonna start mixing and matching different colors. See, because they were both like gray and yellow. So I gotta go like crazy, like mix different colors. It's like my Cookie Monster socks. Like if I have Cookie on one side and like Elmo on the other.
Let me tell you, like that is one of my biggest peeves. Or I should say, it was one of my biggest peeves for the longest time, because my daughter would intentionally wear mismatched socks, and it started at a young age, and it used to irk the hell out of me. And then I just learned to accept it, and now I like it. Kind of like amuses me, like, oh, look at her socks, like that's what she chose to wear today.
My youngest, he still does it, but his mom like hates it to the point where like she just bought him all black socks, and I'm like, oh, that's what that's why I'm like I'm embracing it, because it's like, no, live light. Be colorful, be artistic, you know.
Exactly. Like, what doesn't matter what's on your feet?
It doesn't matter,
I had to tell my brain, because my brain was like, that is not right. Don't do that.
Right. It doesn't matter. It's okay to like, you know, scribble out of the line. You know, color out the line. It's all right. It doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, all of this doesn't matter. This is it. It's just a game, and we're just playing it. These are our avatars. So it's all up to us. If I want to change my avatar, I'm going to change it. Put the dinosaur head on me. Ooh. Oh. right, so what are we talking about? We're like all over the place. I love this episode. It's fun.
So, I heard a song, and the lyrics, like, resonated with me, right? And I looked it up, and I saw it was by Justin Bieber.
Dope. Justin Bieber's dope.
I was like,
don't you go talking shit about Justin Bieber.
I was like, I'm still a believer.
Yo, he got, maybe, let me rephrase that. Maybe Justin Bieber's producers are dope, because they always come out with some hot beats, and I'm like, yo, he could throw a track out there. And then you hear the remix, and then whoever, like, the hot rapper jumps on it, and it's like, yo, like the Despacito song, when he came on in the beginning of that.
He's on the Despacito song? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, on the remix version of it. I'm like, yo, this is a Spanish song, and he's like flowing in English. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yes. Did you eat your Pop-Tart? Yeah. Am I pain in my butt?
Oh, so the lyric that like popped into mind was I get my weed from California. That's that shit. I was in Cali, and like I was like, yo, this shit is so good.
Yeah. That was the summer song. We would play that song and the boys would sing it. I was like,
I did not know that was JB. I was like, yo.
Yeah, and they all know the words to it. I was like, oh shit. Oh, Fuzz said Billie Eilish makes some cool music. You like Billie? The boys like that one. Some of her songs. Yeah, they like the one. Was it? I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Duh. They love that one. Yeah, duh. You heard him? He came in did the slide in his little onesie PJ. Crazy little thing.
No.
If you do it one more time, you're gonna have to do it on camera. You're gonna do it on camera?
He should go out the front door, run around the back of the house, and do it in the back, and then walk away.
Yeah, he's gonna go out the whole house. Come here, so you can do it. Go play Fortnite. Have you been on Fortnite? The new season dropped?
I did. I've started the new season. Started it yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm playing with my youngest. He's the only one who's not grounded.
Oh my goodness! Everybody else is grounded.
Everybody's grounded, man. Everybody's grounded.
Hey.
Yo, so I got progress reports in, and can I just say, like, my oldest he frustrates me because every single class is 90 to a 94. Every class except Spanish. Which he's working on now, but like it's so hard to be like upset at a kid who has like all 90s. You know, how do I stay like so strict with him with his punishment when he's doing so well and everything else?
You don't. I mean, Spanish is just not his thing. You don't. Like what this is the way you gotta...
No. It's not that Spanish isn't his thing. And that's the reason why I'm really upset. It's not that he's trying and he just doesn't get it and he's like struggling. He was making zero effort.
Okay, even if he's making zero effort, why are you still going hard on him? Like, I don't get it. Like, why are you still going ham? It's like, if you average up all his grades... What do you mean?
You were the same guy 2 weeks ago when I got the call.
Add up all the grades. If his average is still above a C, like, so, all right, you're going to fail a few. Some subjects are not your subject. I don't know. Like you already punished
him. But you're the same guy who 2 weeks ago was like, oh, take off the door.
And 2 weeks later, after punishing him, you gave him 2 weeks of punishment, right?
Yeah. Has it been 2 weeks? I feel like it's been a couple days.
You even said it yourself. Like all his other grades are like 90 and 100.
Yes. So like, how do I stay mad at this guy? Like, come on.
That's a good kid. You can't go back, Ray. Come on, Tris. You gotta look with the redemption. The kid he's calling me. It's been more than 2 weeks because we did the 1 week of Spanish classes. The following week, we did the Monday, and I told him on Wednesday, I was like, yo, just let's do it on Monday because that's when you have your videos, you have the classes and all that. And then we did the class yesterday. So he's doing the classes with me, right? He's doing his punishment. He's doing his time. Like, you guys want to give him, add more to the sentence. Guilty, life. Give him the chair. There's no redemption.
So I'm holding tight because I did tell him, I was like, until he brings a report card home that shows he's passing Spanish.
Okay.
This is his punishment. So he's just living in it.
This is like you were instigating it. I was like, yeah, because he was falling asleep in class.
Exactly.
Like, come on. That's rude as, come on. But it's been like 3 weeks too. Like, he's a kid. Look, the weather's changing. You had Grumpy Ray 3 weeks ago. It was cold. It's warm outside. I'm in a hoodie. It's nice. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm just like, God. I was telling the kids the other day, so we've been waking up. They've been waking up every morning, and I'm not a morning person. So I told them, like, if I'm not up, you got to drag me out of bed. So they literally jumping in there. They all working together, pull me off the bed. The other morning, they took all my blankets and my pillows. I was like, nah, why? But we're down there, right? And we had the music going and working. Like, between my like sets, me and my middle one, we're like dancing, right, and getting the moves. And I was like, I want to have like I want tons of money just so I could go to the club and just make it rain. I just want to do this. And I'm like, I want to do this, but I want to like help people. Like, yo, take some money. Yo, pass it around. Like, I want money. Like, I want the kind of money that I just can give it away to people. Like, all these billionaires, like, you hear when they like give it away, and I'm like, that's dope. Like, I want to do that. Like, I want to, like, there's a guy on Twitter who he's like always randomly giving out money to people. He's like, hey, I'm giving you, random people who like this message, I'm giving you, the gas gift card. Here you go. Here's gas money. Here's, $1,000. Somebody will be like, hey, I need you to pay my mortgage. And he'll be like, here's your mortgage. It's like, it's cool. Like, I want that kind of money. Like, that just help the world kind of money.
Yeah.
But if we can't help with money, we got to help with time. We got to, volunteer.
Got to start somewhere. That's where we're starting.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah. That's cool that you're going to start taking photos, but I want to see more photos of like people doing things together as a community and also just show like the whole mixing pot of it. Like, we got to stop with the segregation. Right. Like, you see all like these photos for like BLM, and it's like, and you see this like the specific photos, right? And I'm like, I know there's people marching there that's, of different race and colors, right? Like, why aren't you showing those photos? Why aren't you showing that people are getting together?
Yeah.
Because, it kills the propaganda. And it's like, I want to see, like, I think we need more people to come together with that positive message, more artistic people, and show more things that is, the diversity is out there.
Yeah.
Get on time.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wanna do a whole little.
Yeah, spirit fingers.
I like that.
Yeah. So Trish said redemption is when the grades is back to a C. So it's not the average. So if you take all his grades right now and average it, he's way above a C.
Yeah, he is.
Because of math,
yeah, if you
reading,
average it all out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna we want to kick the kid down, kick him with one grade. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna let him. I'll let him be on his his games and stuff on the weekends. Like, he can have his weekends back. Okay. All right. Is he at least showing that the grade getting better? Is there any kind of progress? No? Not according to the report. Oh, man. I wish it was right here so I could read it to you the way the teacher phrased it. I was just like, damn. It's the words that triggered you. It's like, oh, really? I know what you're talking about because when the report card comes in, it's just even a little clip of words. Like there's certain things that the teacher will say, and I'm like, what do you mean the teacher has to? What's this? And it's like the grade could be amazing, but it's just one word. Like, why aren't you attentive? What is that supposed to mean? And then it's like, you just gotta dial it back. Like your kid got an awesome report card. Like they're a great kid. Like, all right, it could be worse. It could be worse. All right. So what are the comments are saying? There's a guy who bumped into a rapper and asked him to pay his tuition. The guy said, show me straight A's first semester, and he would do it. He did. That's dope. That's dope.
That's awesome.
That's like, you hear stories of...
and that's awesome both ways. The fact that the student was able to put the effort in and do that.
Right.
And, the rapper who was like, yo, I got you.
Yeah, that's dope. And that he still stayed in touch, right? And he honored it. That's... See, that's what I want to see. I want to hear more stories of that, and I want more people to do things like that, because that's when you're living your life. When you got money, like I understand, like you got money to feed yourself, then you got enough money to take care of the ones you love, right? But then to be able to take care of the world and do good deeds like that, like you hear of like actors who like they'll be in a jewelry store and they'll see like a couple and they'll be like, "Yo, I'll buy that ring," and like he just bought like a $30,000 engagement ring, for a random stranger.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Like I want to do something like that. I want to live that life. I want to be able to, if I don't have it myself to give it, it'll be cool if I can connect the people who do have it, who's willing to give, and then just, give to the people who need it.
Yeah.
And it's sad because like a lot of these charities, they're corruption is everywhere, so they're mismanaged. 90% of the money is going to the company, and like 10% goes to the charity.
Right.
It's like
that's a big problem.
It is what it is. It really is. That's like what was it, the whole BLM, all the money, like none of the money was going to communities. And I believe one of the organizers and their husband got indicted. So they're getting charges brought to them saying, for fraud,
That's crazy.
All right. So Trish said there's a guy. Oh, yeah, we read that one. No, just Spanish, going back to Lex. He needs to get that grade up. I understand your frustration, too, because I did tell him, I was like, look, no matter how much I hated Spanish, I never failed the class. I passed. Because it's our culture. Like, you got to represent in Spanish class, right? I don't talk it. I don't use it, but I did represent. I did come correct. I like to see when the person ahead in line pays the grocery for the next person. Yes, pay it forward. That's awesome. And I've had it done to me. I've done it to people. I'll just be in a good mood and I'll just be like, hey, Dunkin' Donuts, hey, pay the next person. And it's happened to me. They were like, hey, the car in front of you, bought your stuff. And I was like, oh, sweet. It would suck if you did the mobile app though, Like I did this mobile. What are you talking about? I did this mobile. What are you talking about? I paid it. Yeah, go ahead. That would be epic. Trish, you just blew my mind with that one. Hey, if you guys want to send us videos of you guys doing good stuff, we'll put that together as a clip. And we'll put that out there. If you're just doing random good things, that'll be awesome. And then we could do, I know a lot of people make channels like that, just clipping up other people's, stuff. You send us the videos, we'll do that. So go ahead, Trish. Plus, I want to see your area. I want to see about you. You guys, you're just 5 letters on the screen right here. Like I want to engage with you guys and see, partake in your life. Let's see behind the curtain. So yeah, go ahead and do that video. He said, I want to pay the entire cart at a grocery store.
And honestly,
Chris, if you're blessed.
If you are able to do that for a family, like
yes.
that can completely change
especially in this trying times. If you're blessed where you have that kind of disposable income, you should do that, Tris. Yeah. And if you want to make a video and send it to us, we'll showcase that. We'll edit it and we'll put it out there. Because that's exactly what I think we're trying to convey with this channel. Mm-hmm. Like, it's crazy because
do what you can.
Yeah, do what you can.
Do what you can.
Even if it's just helping somebody with gas, you know? I know gas is expensive. You know, say, hey, I got $20 in your pump or something like that. You know? And you never know. You might start talking to somebody and that can just lead to, you never know. Good deeds, no good deed goes undone, right? Is that the saying? That's the saying. Yeah. And I believe that. I believe that because even the people who took advantage of me, there was something to be learned. There was something to, live and let live, right? Like, I know there's people who've done me dirty in life because of my kindness, and that's fine. They took my kindness as a weakness. I took them out of my life, and that was a lesson to be learned. So there's something there. So I don't, it kind of peeves me when you hear all these things where it's like trying to change people who are just nice because they're a nice person. Now, if you're genuinely nice, keep that. The world needs that. Now, if you're being, nice for alternative motives, right? You want an outcome of something, then that you got to fix yourself.
I met somebody through work. It was a colleague, and the only way to describe her is she's just nice.
Yeah.
I love that about her, and other people would say the same thing. That was just the best way to describe her. She's a nice person, a beautiful soul.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are like that. And I feel like either through, life events, they've been jaded. So they kind of hold that back. Like they're scared to be that kind of person. Mm-hmm. And it's like the world needs you right now.
Yeah.
You are a superhero. So be like that. Be like that. The fact, Trish, you naturally have that desire, do it. Do it. Because it's going to make you feel great. It's going to make you feel great because that's your calling inside you. Now, I'm not, like I said, don't break yourself because right now you got to take care of yourself. You always got to take care of yourself. But if you've been blessed enough to help other people, then do it. It's as you can see, when I talk, I get tongue tied. Public speaking is not a thing for me. But to be able to do this, I want to help you. I want to change the world. And it's funny because 2 years ago when we started this, we were going to do this show as us debating, us having talks. And those are our early, videos. But I was coming from a negative place. I just wanted to fight everything. I wanted to fight the world. And then just 2 years later, fast forward, I realized it can't take that shit serious. You just gotta, some things you can't change and some things you can. And you just gotta, have the clarity to see that. I lost you.
No, I was thinking of a famous quote, but I can't remember it word for word. But it's I may I have the wisdom to know the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't worry about the things you can change. Mm-hmm. Worry about what you can. And and was it God? Please give me the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Mm-hmm. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is. And, just acknowledge your blessings. That's it. Acknowledge that the universe, is giving you things to achieve your max full life. That's what the universe wants you to have. The universe doesn't want you to be, negative. That's negative energy. That's destructive. It wants you to be happy. You just got to believe in that. Just got to believe in it. All right. So, Lynn, what are we talking about? Man, we've been all over the place. This was a great episode, though. I like it. It was fun. It's fun. I felt like I just 20 pounds came off my shoulders. I'm love it.
What's going on? Oh, so I'm still working on my course with my girlfriend. Course is coming along.
Okay.
We started creating documents and Google Docs and sharing them with each other. And yeah, we're starting to see like the plan written out. It's starting to become more clear.
Nice. So you got you got an outline right now.
Right.
Good. Good. Stay on top of that. We gotta hold you accountable for that. I'm gonna forget. They gotta hold you accountable. I forget everything. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you mentioned that you met a friend at work or a colleague that was just naturally nice, naturally bubbly, right? Do you stay in touch with her?
I have not.
No?
No, I have not.
Why not? You got to reach out to her.
Yeah, I do. Like now that she's like
Let's
popping
see how
into
she's
my mind.
doing. Yeah, she popped in your head. Right, she popped into your head for a reason. So it's like you got to reach out to people like that. Because you never know. Like maybe you thought of her like, oh, she's always bubbly and all that. And like she just popped in, right? And then maybe in her life right now, she's going through something and she needs your help. You know? It's just weird.
Very true.
You know, sometimes with things, you got to follow those instincts sometimes. So reach out to her, see how she's doing.
Yeah, I actually one of the things that like makes me like reach out to people more intentionally is that like I had something like that years ago, like in my mind, like somebody just kept popping up into my mind, you know, someone I hadn't spoken to in years, and she ended up having like a really tragic end, and I was left with that feeling of like, wow, like I never did reach out, you know.
Yeah, so you gotta follow that that instinct. You gotta follow it when it pops up.
Yeah.
So, and plus she popped up for a good reason. So why don't you have her in your life, right? She's always been that bubbly and cheerful. So
yeah, gotta check up on her. See, because I know she was married a couple years ago. I haven't spoke to her at all during like COVID, you know. So that's at least 2 years, you know. Shit, she might have a baby already and have a baby on the way, you know. Like,
there you go.
Life happens fast.
Oh, so Tris went ahead and put the saying in the comments. I'm gonna let you read it so I don't steal your thunder.
Okay. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, I like that. Yep. That's definitely something I see often. You know, like they put them like on like mugs and on posters.
Yeah, but do people really take that in? Do they really like actually, you know, live by that, you know? Because I feel like people do stress about stupid shit.
They do.
And trust me, like I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I know it. There are times where something just bugs me and it bugs me in the wrong way. But I think more and more I'm starting to realize like, just let it go. Just let it go. And keep on trucking. Keep on moving. Keep on doing whatever you know, have set in your path and in your life.
There's only one you.
Yeah, you only got, look, unless you believe in reincarnation, but chances are you won't remember all of this. So really, you only got one chance at this. You only got one chance. And time moves real fast.
Like my smoothie got warm.
Yeah. Don't say that. Somebody else is going to send you another one. Oh, I swear. 2 different worlds. Two different worlds, man. I had never gotten anything sent to me. See? Ladies are spoiled. But if you're going to spoil a lady, make sure she deserves it. That's all I'm going to say. Filter them out. Make sure you have a good filter. A lot of people's
like
pickers.
I like being spoiled. Send me the spoils.
Yeah, but I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to let them know. I'm like, look, if you want to spoil them, that's fine, but make sure they deserve it, you know?
That's very true. That's very true. That's definitely, you know, advice I'd give my boys.
Make sure they deserve it, because a lot of people out here are simping.
Yeah.
But they're simping because they don't know any better, or they want to. Once again, they're just looking for that human connection. It's like, come on, you can do better. Just have that inner, like you said earlier, work on the inner self. That inner confidence. That's what you need. Stop simping out here.
It's hard, like, working on that inner work, that inner child, because, you know, like, we pick up these different habits, different mechanisms of, like, coping with whatever turmoil we have, that it becomes so easy to just kind of, like, tune out the fact that you have issues, and you just want to focus on, like, that quick gratification.
Yeah, you walk in, someone send Ray an Uber full of socks. Oh man, I wish, but I live with Uber's not around here. Uber's not around here. I just when I saw the comment, when I said I wish, I don't even wish for the full socks. I just wish I had Uber so I could get Uber Eats and stuff. Because like when I go by Lynn and I see all the stuff on Uber Eats, I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Have all the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I live in the food court of Orange County though, so.
Yeah, I don't get anything over here. Somebody's gonna send Ray a horse and carriage of a bunch of cotton. Make your own socks. But yeah,
I just canceled my Uber Eats membership.
Did you?
So I don't
discount.
So I don't really do Uber. I usually use DoorDash. So I have DoorDash's like monthly subscription, whatever, for like the fees, and like it adds up, and it really works out for me because I use it so often. So since I was in Miami so often last month, they don't really have DoorDash down there. They have Uber Eats. So I did like the free 30 days for the membership, and like I set up alarms on my phone, and it went off while I was in Cali. It was like
Miami
cancel.
thing.
It was like cancel Uber right now. You have to do it before midnight. It went off like 3 days in a row. I was like, oh, this is perfect. I like canceled it day 2.
Talking about coping. So you know you're such a procrastinator. You had the alarm go off 3 times.
3 days in a row.
I laugh, but I'm the same way. Like you can tell we're related, and we're siblings. Because I'm the same way. Yeah. That's hilarious. But you think day 2 you canceled it?
Day 2, yeah, day 2. I was like, all right, enough of this. I really have to do it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so coping. So people fall into, we get so sidetracked on our topics. I'm like, I look over, squirrel. Oh shit. Is that squirrel video still like our most watched video?
Oh my god, isn't that ridiculous? And I think it was only like, I don't even know why it was popular, because somebody commented. They were like, hey, nice share. So I was like, I messaged back. I was like, I know, right? I was like, I saw this, and I had to. I felt like somebody else would enjoy this. So I don't know if it's popular because it's a squirrel, or if it's because of like the music I chose for the clip, or I don't know. Maybe it was the hashtag.
You put music on it?
Yeah, I did like a popular song, like a 007 kind of theme.
Oh yeah, that's right. It made it seem like he was a spy.
Yeah. Just scaling the wall.
Yeah, he was like. Was it like Mission Impossible? That's funny.
I brought home lobster rocks from San Diego.
What's that?
They're actually just jelly beans.
Oh, that's random. I thought that was the edible jelly beans. I was like, oh, so we're going through the re-up. All right.
Yeah, they're just like sitting here on the counter. Yo, oh my god, the so different streams.
Hold on. Wait, what's up with your shirt? Because I noticed before, like it has a lot of words on it.
Yeah. Oh, so this is the shirt I was talking about the other day. So I have, it's the first names of a bunch of like famous women in history. So I have like Sojourner, Harriet, Fannie Lou, Maya, and Ida.
Okay, so let's break it down. Who's who?
So I honestly, there are two that I don't know, and I meant to look up, and I didn't. But Harriet's on here, which is Harriet Tubman, who was on the Underground Railroad.
Okay.
There's Maya Angelou, who's a poet and writer, and she wrote the famous poem "Still I Rise." And she was actually, I have her words on my wrist as my first tattoo. And I got this the day I got my certificate of occupancy after the fire. So once I did my final inspection and the house was like livable again, I got a tattoo that same night that said "Still I Rise."
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's Sojourner
All right,
Truth.
so because that was kind of a little epic story, I'm gonna give you a free pass for the other ones. Because that kind of set you up. That was like a trick question. Because I had a feeling you didn't know all of those. I was like, I'm gonna set her up, but you have to make it epic at the end. So I'm like, God, jeez, I'm feeling kind of crappy. I'm instigating again, Tris.
Yes, I think it's kind of cool that like their names, like they're powerful names. They're names we know from history of women who decided to use their voice to, their calling was to demand, not just demand, they actively made a difference for a lot of people in our society. And I just feel like that's kind of cool. It's inspiring. And it reminds me of, what you and I were speaking about, how we want to do that. We want to, create change. And someday, like, it may be our names that are, known. And if not, our ideas are something that I want to be.
Yeah, I don't even want to be known like that. Like, I don't want to be the names like that. I want to just hope I just, like, maybe inspire a name on a shirt like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Right.
Like, hey, we start, like, hey, this is the voice of, positivity that becomes a movement, and then people embrace it, and they do. Because I'm not visionary like that. I can't see things like that, but a lot of people can see it if they have the right message, right? Mm-hmm. Like, look at all this, like, look at all the power that came behind messages that were in negative tone, mm-hmm. and people came together, right? Mm-hmm. So imagine how much power people can come together in a positive tone. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm hoping. But I feel like once again, it's almost counterintuitive, because it's like it's not popular to be positive, Mm-hmm. Like, negativity is what gets the...
It's not counterintuitive. It's maybe opposite what the society is like currently facing or whatever, but it's not counterintuitive. It's natural to be positive.
Because I'll tell you right now, if we would have kept our channel the way we had it planned, where we were debating and we were just being that negativity, our channel would have blew up. It would have blew up. It would have been where it needed to be, right? And we would have been like, oh, this is awesome, right? Mm-hmm. But we would have still been feeding that negativity, feeding that beast. And I've seen it. Like, I've seen channels taking, the stuff that we were talking about and just doing it day to day, and people are eating that content. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I like this energy. I want to be in this energy, mm-hmm. because it's not, once this camera goes off, I gotta focus on me. Right. And if I'm feeding 3 hours of that negativity, now my whole day is going to be just me, like, ugh. Right? Whereas after this, I go and I'm like, oh, today is wonderful. It's awesome. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to enjoy the day, And as it gets warmer, I'm going to go and socialize. And I need that energy. I need that energy to go out there and say, hey, how's your day going? And actually mean it.
See, and you're not alone in that. And that's, where the right people are going to gravitate towards us, because we're not alone in this message.
Right.
Like, this is something that a lot of people need.
Yeah, I hope so, because you know what? Like, you also got to think of where we were 2 years ago, right? At least for me, I was still working. So, I was coming from that negative energy, right? Having to wake up and go work for somebody, right? Who doesn't really give They don't care about me.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I'm blessed to fast forward today where, I really don't have anything to be negative about. So that's why it wouldn't be congruent for me to put out that negativity and do a channel of negativity. It's just, I don't know. I really believe in this. So we got to figure this out. We got to crack the code. We got to figure it out. I think, you know what? Honestly, I think it would be the clips of just doing, just asking people, talking to people, just getting out there, just engaging with that. Because I think a lot of people are just waiting to be approached and just be like, just talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, disconnect me from this. Take me away from this. And let me have, what is this? What is this? Why do I feel so happy right now? That's hilarious.
Because I'm high on life.
Yeah, really. Yo, when you hear people say that and you're like, man, what are you smoking?
Yeah.
Like,
this
no,
is
that shit
real.
is true.
This is real.
That shit is true. You can't be high on life. You just gotta tap into that. Yeah. Like, the other day it was raining and it was awesome. And you don't really hear that. You don't hear that from people like, rain, what? Rain is horrible. No. But it's like, rain is life. Like, I was like, spring showers. That's what I was thinking about. So summer's around the corner, right? And it's just hearing it and just, being forced to just kind of pause. Because, when you have nice days, you're like fast paced. I got to run these errands. Maybe I'll go out tonight. I got to do this. I got to do that. When it's raining, it's kind of like, it's raining, I want to stay inside. I want to just chill. I want to enjoy myself.
I feel like rainy days are sleepy days. I'm like yawning and might take a nap.
No, those should be the days that inspire you. Like, you should be like, I can't go nowhere. Let me work on, more of my outline, or let me write a book. Let me read a book, I think that's like people take, but that's coming from that negative aspect of like, it's raining, I can't do nothing. So my day's shot. Whereas like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this today. What I've been putting off, let me do this since I'm indoors and I can't, go do stuff.
Yeah. Hey, like today kind of threw me off because we're at the point where like yesterday was warm, today's kind of cold, So like yesterday was like really inviting, like let's go outside, take our coats off. Then today it's like, I might put a scarf on the kids in the morning. So we're definitely in like that roller coaster of like,
I think it was
spring.
It was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday that I stepped outside and I just started giggling. I was just like a little kid. I was like, that's so nice. That's so nice. Because I started thinking about all the stuff I want to do. I was like, I'm going to hit the beach. I'm going to do this. And that's just, like the snow was in my way. Why are we still here? We need to figure out how to be snowbirds. I thought you said we're going to do that.
That's coming. It's coming.
It's funny because it was like your idea and I kind of just jumped on it. I was like, I want to do that too. How are we going to do that?
Genius. What?
You snowbirds.
Yeah, you have to.
So
you have to get your boats, then we can like fix it up. Are you gonna buy a beat?
Yeah. I do want a boat. I was looking at. So I started looking at like ocean sailboats. That way I could just go up and down the Caribbean. But I was like, how can you because you got to man it, right? And so they were like, a certain size is manageable with like autopilot and just you. But most of the time they do have a crew of like 4 people.
Yeah.
So I was like, that could be the kids. Yeah. I was like, this is my dream. You guys are going to live it. No, but I told them.
But you know what? Through that, it actually gives them a tremendous opportunity to live a beautiful life. You teach them that they need a lot less. Because they don't have space for much, they're gonna need a lot less. They're gonna look forward to the interactions and just connecting with people. That's a beautiful life for them.
You say that, and that's like super powerful because I saw this. I'm watching like the clips of campers and stuff like that, and there's this kid. I think he's like in his 20s, mid 20s. He has like 2 million followers on YouTube, and he's just showing like at first he was living in a camper in a Volkswagen Beetle. Like he converted a Volkswagen Beetle and put the camper on top, and he's living out of that.
Okay.
And then he finally moved up to a truck. But he was she showed a video and he was like, I saved $400K by living in my truck. Mm-hmm. And he's like making all this money. He's inspiring people. People are commenting, oh, this is so dope and all that. He's a young kid. He's just out there, unconventional way of thinking out there, and he's making it. He's making money. He's making bank.
Yeah. And
he looks happy to me. Oh, and the crazy thing, he got a girlfriend, and she moved into the truck. I'm like, what? It doesn't take much, fellas. You just gotta be confident, man. Living life. Show that you're a happy guy, and then just come in and ruin everything.
What? She's gonna take his camper? What?
I loved your face. I was just waiting to see it.
When it registered.
They say your thoughts on daylight saving forever, no more time change. Man, it's long overdue. To me personally, I never understood it, and I get it. I get where they came from. For farmers to have more daylight, but with advancement in technology, I think we need it. So you heard about that, right? That they got rid of daylight saving.
Mm-hmm. No, I heard that they were trying to get rid of it. There were talks about it.
No, they signed the bill. It's
really?
done. They signed it. Yeah, it kicks in though in I think 2023 or 2024, somewhere around there. But yeah, they signed it. It's done.
Oh, that's what's up.
No more changing the clocks.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it always threw me off. Like, why? Why do we do this? I mean,
it threw us off that Sunday.
It is kind of nice when, like in the springtime, when it's like, all right, we're an hour. Wait, we spring forward. Mm-hmm. In the springtime, it makes sense.
Back, yeah.
But in the fall, I don't like it.
Why? You get more sleep.
For one night? That's ridiculous. What do you mean you get more sleep?
All right, fine. If you're out, because normally I'm mostly, out, you get that hour extra to party. I love it when it goes back. Like, oh, this shit was supposed to shut down. We got another hour. Oh, it's epic. Yeah, so they changed it. Yeah.
I've been hurting myself. I just bit my tongue. What the hell?
That's some good shit.
I just bit my tongue. Yesterday I had a crazy splinter in my finger. It was long. Can you guys see this? Let me see if I can show it. Do you see it? You see it? Oh, I had a splinter. It hurts so bad.
Hey, they're not gonna see a splinter. What the hell are you talking about? You ain't got HD like that.
Listen.
You need 8K.
Listen, Linda.
You need 8K. What are you talking about? They're gonna see a splinter,
dude. And then the day before, I was watching the sunrise up in California, and something went in my eye, and my natural instinct was just to kind of push it out. But when I did that, I was able to get it out, and I felt it in my hand. I was like, wow, it's a pretty big particle. But I also scratched my eye. I thought you were gonna say you got a splinter in your eye. I was like, oh. Oh, no, I've just been hurting myself once a day the past 4 days.
So Fuzz said, I'd rather stay in standard time than daylight savings time. So what's standard time?
We are currently in daylight savings time.
Oh. So then we would. So it would still. So you want less daytime? Right? Because we push forward to get more daytime.
Do we?
Yeah, that's why it's yeah, because it would be, what time is it right now? It's 1:20, right? My clock is saying it's 12:20. Yeah, so we get more daylight.
It would be, no, because it would be 12:20 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it gets dark at what, 7? Then it would be 6.
Right.
Oh, I
So
see
when
what you're
then
saying. I see
more
what you're
daytime.
saying.
Yeah,
And
more
then it
daytime.
gets dark later. That's ridiculous. You still have the same number of hours of light time during the day. Like, it doesn't change, like, the amount of time you have. That's, no. You have me all confused. I'm all like, oh, yeah, maybe. No,
Oh,
no.
yo,
No.
Buzz, yo, Buzz, yo. Buzz said, drink a free smoothie and then you bite your tongue. Coincidence? Ooh, for bragging. What you put out there? Yo, I do believe in karma. And I told you before, you know, off air, where we've seen like karma, like people do bad things and then, you know, karma coming back. Mm-hmm. But the way I see karma, the way I believe karma is, and this is why I try to like be as like, you know, peaceful and like, you know, not, you know, as evil as possible, is like karma comes back, but it comes back around you. So like it'll affect your family before it actually like directly affects you. And I believe that. Right. Like I've seen it. And that's why I'm like, no. But like it's funny too, because like I got loose morals. Like you know, my youngest, he got sticky fingers. But I'm like, you gotta at least take it from like the big companies. I'm like, they got they got, you know, worse morals than I do. So that's fine. But when you like got a mom and pop, I'm like, go put that back. Go put that back. So it's like, I'm still in the gray, but I try to lean more to the, you know, keep my karma clean. So I do think that I got bitten by karma. Like there's times where I was an asshole and, you know, karma came back full force.
Like what?
Like relationships. Like I feel like, you know, my first long-term relationship, I was a real asshole. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of got it in return in my second long-term relationship. So okay. If you know where I'm going with that, you know, you've been there, you saw it. You bailed me out multiple times. I slept on your couch a few times.
The time she took the vacuum cleaner.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I failed. I dropped the ball on that one. Oh. Damn, man, life has been rough.
Nah, life has been a journey. Stop being a victim. You're a survivor.
Yeah, I'm still here, but damn, life has been rough, man.
Yeah, but it just makes it all worthwhile. You know? Like when you have those hard times, you know, you're just like looking at things like, how did I end up here?
Exactly. Which fork in the road led me here? Like...
Yeah, but you know what happens? Yeah, but you know what happens is once you get out of that, you do it right again, you know? How many drunken nights you're like, oh, God, please help me. I won't do this ever again. And then you like, next night. That's how life is. You just gotta know how to play it, you know? It's like, it's just a game and you gotta know how to play it. You gotta, sometimes when you're going down a very bad path, and life is giving you a chance to reflect on it and you're like, oh shit, what am I doing? Right? You can either change or keep going. Yeah. But it's just life. We're just living it. So Fuzz said, the simplest way to look at the law of attraction is if I think of myself as a magnet and I know that a magnet will attract to it. Oh shit. Slay Cats. Oh yo, thank you for joining us, Slay Cats. He's like, yo, where's Ray? No, we never found him. He was late. He never showed up. I don't know. I don't think he got the email. So let's do an introduction because we got somebody new watching.
All right. Well, welcome to the channel. I'm Lynn.
I'm Ray. We're sibling rivalry. We are siblings, and we are on a mission.
Tell them what our mission is. We want to help you raise your vibration and create positivity in your world, the world around you.
Yeah, and then hopefully you pay it forward, you put it out there, and you help people. Make them more positive. So welcome to the channel. Hope you know where Ray's at. We found him. He's like, where's Waldo? We need a fast forward. We need somebody to draw that and make a book. Where's Ray? You see what you started? So welcome. You found your tribe. Comment down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll engage with everything. All we ask is that you bring positivity. Irma. Hello, my children. I'm watching you in my car to change my phone because I left my charger in Lynn's house. You guys are awesome. So Miles sitting in her car right now, charging her phone. Charging her phone. Is that what you're doing?
I feel so bad.
Because she left the charger?
Yep. That's actually pretty smart. That's really smart. She was like, oh, I gotta charge my phone. I don't have my wall charger. Let me go sit in the car. Genius.
Yeah, but that's we need to fight these companies and be like, yo, we want one plug.
Right? That's true.
Enough with these wires with 3 plugs.
Mm-hmm.
We want one plug and we want it now. Oh, yes, Buzz. Yes. Whatever you sow, you reap. Amen. 100%. Mm-hmm. 100%. And if you and it's the same thing with, and then going back to the law of attraction, same thing if you start telling yourself that you're blessed, you're going to understand your blessings. You don't really have to be religious to say that. And I'm not saying I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't go to church. I don't believe in all that. I believe there's corruption there too. But I do believe that if you just change your mindset, it's all about your mindset. So if you come from a place and just saying, hey, counting your blessings, I'm blessed, then you're going to just change in here to be more positive. Because you're going to notice how, your day is not so bad because you are blessed. You're living, you're alive. You can make, you could change. You still have time to change, right? So when you think like that, that's when you start putting things out there. So yes, you do reap what you sow. Because I feel just walking around, I feel like I'm amazed. I'm still in awe with the fact that I was able to leave my job. Bye, buddy. Let me have a hug. My crazy hair, baby boy. Oh, I love you so much. You be good, yes?
Yes. Looks like you hugged the mop.
Yeah, I know, right? It's I'm making voices. I'm a ventriloquist. I'm making voices. It's just a Muppet. We gotta make his Muppet. I'm telling you. So Fuzz said, whatever you sow, you reap. Your thoughts are seeds, and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. So that's epic. I didn't read the whole thing, but that's even more epic. Yo, you guys are spitting today. You guys are spitting dimes today. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Because you know what? That shows me clarity that you guys are really you're feeding into this. You guys are believing in it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. If I'm eating, I want everybody else to, if I was able to do this and I'm in awe that I have this in my life right now, hell yeah, I want other people to have this. Hell yeah, I want other people to work for themselves. I don't want people to be in that 9-to-5 trap. I get it. You got to do that to put food on your table. I get it. But it's still you're a slave. You're a modern day slave, and we got to break those shackles. We got to break them. Your inspirational women on your shirt, right? You got to take action, then. I'm gonna sharpie your name up there because you're breaking the shackles, the modern day shackles. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Part
of the movement. Part of the spark.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. This energy is a spark, and it's gonna spread.
It is, and it's an amazing energy. It's great. Like I said, it's just, I'm blessed that I could be able to get on here, talk to my sister, have a good vibe with my sister for 3 hours. You guys ride with us. You guys chat. You guys are the best. Honestly, I think there's no fans better than this show's fans because you guys ride with us no matter what. Mm-hmm. Like we had nothing planned. We dropped off. You guys came back. Our show was like it was fun for me. I don't know if we're putting out good content, but I love it. I love it. And you guys, you ride with us, and I hope we can inspire you. That's all I want. Like go out there and start. Let's start this. Because if not, all you're going to keep hearing is about more drama and more, just causing more anxiety and more just, like, think about it. Think about how we are so advanced with, like, our medical, like, our pharmaceuticals and medication is so advanced, and yet people are so unhealthy. Mm-hmm. People are so miserable. People are just not, like, so much, like, we have so much freedom. We have so much, like, an era of consumption. And we have so much stuff, technology, right? And yet people are still not happy.
Yeah, they're not fulfilled. They're not fulfilling the actual, like, need that they're feeling they have.
Right. And if you think about, like, the movie like The Matrix, right? Mm-hmm. The first world, the AI came, and the first world that they made, it was, like, perfect, right? But humans still wanted chaos. So it didn't last. They kind of figure out, I'm in a simulation, and this is not real, because they want chaos. Like, why are we designed like that? Why do we have to constantly be in conflict? Mm-hmm. And if not, like, okay, you want to be in conflict? Cool, let's do a positive sense. Like, if you're in conflict with self, you should be challenging yourself to be better. Yeah. Like, if I'm better today than I was yesterday. And yes, that's a good conflict to have. And you're constantly fighting yourself for that. But you're fighting to be the best version of you. So why can't we just be the best version of, human beings? I lost her again. You froze.
You abruptly come to an end, and you just like back to you, Lynn. And I'm just like,
I'm like, what's going on here?
No, I was receiving the message. You were just spitting and enjoying life right now. So go ahead and go for it.
Yeah. So Buzz said, I heard a podcast. The host said he will be working crap jobs until the day he dies. No retirement. And that's sad. That is heartbreaking because even people who do retire, it's like if you do the math, you're just enjoying the last 15 years of your life. Mm-hmm.
Which are usually like downhill years. That's when you're like,
yeah, those are downhill years. Right. So you're shutting down, you're falling apart, you can't even travel. Like you always envision and plan. It's like, that's sad. It's sad. And like it, the saying, more money, more problems. It's true too. Like people get more and more into the rabbit hole of chasing that the carrot just keeps getting bigger, mm-hmm. right? So they're chasing after the carrot in front of them, and it's like they just keep going until they die because the carrot just keeps getting bigger. It's like, I want more. So like, what's the answer to that? Well, let's stop consuming so much. Let's minimalize our lives, and let's stop chasing after so much shit. Because it's not going to fulfill you. You're going to feel empty at the end.
That's the key right there. You have to fill your life with things that are meaningful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that comes from in here. Mm-hmm. That comes from who you are.
That's where the phrases come like, you can't buy love, you can't buy happiness, you can't buy it because you can't consume what creates mm-hmm. that. That's something that comes from within.
Right.
It comes from you enjoying the monotony of the day-to-day. Enjoying the fact that you're alive.
That's the killer. And even that still gets to me, to this day. Like, it's like, you're right. There is a monotony to life. And it's like, I'm always wanting the excitement of it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm feeding off the positive energy, it's like, I just want all that. But I got to realize, like, I can't have it all the time. Mm-hmm. But I got to work towards getting back there again. I can't be in that negativity of like, the monotony. Mm-hmm. Like I gotta just say, hey, I need this to enjoy the good times.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's part of putting your best foot forward and mm-hmm. doing the right thing. And right. I hate that I keep saying it's starting to bother me.
That was random.
But it's just part of, you know, the day to day, putting your best foot forward. And that comes from being appreciative of what you have. You know, maybe you have a smaller place, but you take pride in that smaller place. You know, you take pride in taking care of it, caring for it, cleaning it, right. Making sure that it's presentable, making sure that it has life in it, and that it breathes your life.
Yeah, like it kills me, like going back to Fuzz's comment, it kills me that you could just hear that the motivation and the fire in this person is just gone. Like they're like, I'm working a crap job until the day I die. No retirement. Like it's just like he just gave up. Like the fire's gone. And that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking because I don't ever want anybody to look at their lives and just be like, this is it. You know, I want them to keep wanting more because you are due more. I believe that the universe has an epic story for you. You just got to be willing to live it.
And I think we have to look at what more means to you also. Because, like, some people think of that more as in, oh, I need more stuff. You know, I need a bigger house. I need a better car. I need, you know. But more really is, again, it's more meaningful. Like, maybe, you know, Tuesday nights become, you know, game night. And you have, you know, your buddies over. Or you have, like, friends over that have kids, you know, that are friends with your kids. You know, like, you build that community within your life.
That connection, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what's going to make the years meaningful.
Right. Worst negativity place to visit, the DMV or the Cable Equipment Return Center? Oh shit. Actually, let me I would shout out to Ma, but Ma loves it when she goes to the cable when she pays her cable bill. Because she goes, we locked her in. I think her internet is like $15-$25, and like she made the shift from you know, cable TV to just internet service, right? So she watches like Roku, Tubi, Pluto, all the free channels, all the free stuff. She adapted. She was like, I can only pay $25. So she'll go and she'll wait online and she'll hear all the people complain about their $200-$300 bills. And she's like, here's your $25. And every single time they're like, do you want to upgrade? Do you want faster internet? Would you like a package? How about HBO? She's like, nope. So she loves it. So it's perspective. It's perspective. Shout out to Mom, because she's probably like, yep, I do. Yeah. DMV's rough. DMV's rough, but it's you're in the city, Fuzz, so it's always gonna be rough. Everything's rough. Going to McDonald's is rough. Like everything's rough. Unless you're doing like 6 a.m.
Man, the DMV, that's one of the places I avoid. You know what, people? Because you know what, it's true. It's a very, it's a house of negativity. People who are working there don't want to be there. They don't want to, you know, deal with the customer service and, you know, and people going there. Like, it's confusing and overwhelming. So they're like anxious already, and then they meet somebody who's just like, ugh.
And it's vicious. It's a vicious cycle because the people who work there know that everybody hates their job. Everybody hates dealing with them. So the customers are coming in like, oh, I got to deal with the DMV because they got a bad attitude, right? The people who work there are like, oh, they're going to have a bad attitude. So it's just like, it's just a vicious cycle of just negativity. So yeah, I agree. But you see, but this is the stuff that we got to call attention to. So now we know the different things that, like, you see the reaction or you see your energy level at a certain place. And that's why, because you are putting that energy out. So when you go somewhere, project that energy. You know what a good vibration, a good energy is when like you're happy, when you're at a beach somewhere, right? Everybody knows that. So we can correlate that. So we got to make the whole world feel like they're at a beach. And I think that would fix a lot of our problems. Just get that beach life. Hence why I'm wearing these. Hold on. Hence why I'm wearing these. Beach life.
No socks.
No socks in it. Beach life. Beach life. No problem.
Although I do think funny. The actual lyrics are no shirt.
Nah, you made it fit. You need the remix. The remix. You gotta change the word. No, you change the words for the copyright. So we don't get a copyright strike.
That's it? Change the words, make it your own?
Yeah, can't we do that? Can we do parodies? That's what Weird Al Yankovic used to do.
Isn't there a song about him? Like
yeah. Just make parodies. That's it. Check the comments. Oh, we're all caught up. All right. Man, this show was good. I mean, I know we're all just off the rails, but it was a good show. I don't know if my man Slackcat stayed. Man, if you did, comment down below. I'm curious to see how you found us. Because, we're still playing with the algorithm, so we got to figure this stuff out. Get more viewers. Because I think, I don't know. People are staying around. I think more people will stay around. That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. It's you. It's all for you. Getting smoothies over here.
That threw me off. I was like, who's coming to my door? I have like the frosted windows, so like I saw somebody moving, shit. But I couldn't see who.
I was like, oh man, is my sister gonna get mugged on YouTube?
Ah!
Is this gonna be a snuff film?
I think it's more likely to happen to one of our viewers in the city.
Hmm?
I think it's more likely that would happen to one of our viewers in the city.
Yeah, Fuzz, be safe out there, my guy. Especially as things get, worse. Be safe. Shit. Yeah, we just need you to check in now.
Really just real. Like I was joking, and you just.
No, because you said that. I was like, yo, for real. I'm sincere. Take care out there, man. I thought it was bad in 2020. It seems like it's going to get worse. Oh. But yeah, so I'm out. I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like we were just winging it. I
was like, yo, so now is a really good time for us to have that bowl of ideas that we pull topics out of.
Yeah. I don't know how much ideas you can make of Where's Ray? Is he, we call, Carmen Sandiego? Is she got a final?
It's funny because I feel like a lot of people are like popping in today. Like new people are popping in. They're like, yo, where's Ray? I really need you to make one of those faces today so I can make the thumbnail.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not selling out like that. I'm not selling out like that. No. I'm not doing those stupid faces. But what you should have done really was like you should have came with the bowl and you'd be like, is Ray in? And then bring different locations. He's in Paraguay. Where's Ray? I was so mad too because the boys were like, yo, it says you went live. I was like, wait, what? Then I checked my phone and I was like, oh shit. Oh, all right, Lane, close this out.
all right.
I got Pete.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Couch Show. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell. We go live Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, late morning. We don't really have a set schedule, so hit the bell. That way you don't miss the next episode. And, stay positive, man. Just keep that bubble all day, right? Closing remarks?
Yeah. Love thyself. Love thyself. And if nobody loves you, we love you. So thank you guys. Thank you. You guys are a blessing. You guys motivate us. You keep us on track. You hold us accountable. Love you guys. And just have a great week. We'll see you on Thursday.
P.S. We have to send a P.S. out here now because Fudge just said in the comments, best positive places to visit that no longer exist. The VHS rental store. Go to Blockbusters. Go to Joe's Videos. And Toys R Us. That's true.
Oh,
There's
Toys
no
R
toy
Us is
store.
epic. Well, Toys R Us is so epic.
Yo, my kids
Oh,
remember.
man.
So my kids remember from Toys R Us. The big just like the Power Wheels toys that you could like climb into and like drive around. They were like, oh, I missed the store when we used to go and like sit in all the big cars.
Yeah, I would take my kids, like they were always looking forward to go to Toys R Us because it was just like every weekend we would go, and I wouldn't even like buy them anything. It was just we were excited to go to see if there was like new shit.
Yeah.
And so we'd go and they'd be playing. We would be like, oh, lightsabers in the stores. Oh, so much fun. Fuzz said next show topic, Great Reset.
Great Reset.
Lynn, you up on that?
There's a topic.
Uh-oh. Lynn's gonna have to do some homework for that one.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
look, that would be. It's a great topic in the sense that if we see it coming, what are we gonna do to prepare for it? Right? How are we gonna fight that negativity? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we're gonna be positive with this Great Reset.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for another great show, and we'll see you next